The seasons. The four seasons are described here, but in many places around the world, there are only two seasons. If there are only two seasons, we usually describe them as the rainy season or wet season and the dry season. Spring is the season between winter and summer. In Mexico, it takes place from the months of April to June, when plants and trees begin to bloom. Summer. Summer is the season in between spring and autumn, or fall, and in Mexico takes place in the months from July to September, when the weather is warm or hot. Autumn or fall. This season happens in between summer and winter. In Mexico, it usually takes place in the months from October to December. In many places, the leaves turn colors and fall off the trees. Winter. Winter is the season between fall and spring. In Mexico, it usually takes place in the months from January to March, and it's when the weather is the coldest. The weather vocabulary. Sunny. It's when the sun shines clearly in the sky and there is lots of bright light. It is also common to say the sky is clear when there is bright sun and no clouds. Cloudy. There are many clouds in the sky. We also can say the sky is overcast when it is very cloudy. Foggy. It happens when the vision is blurred. We can also refer to it as very misty. Rainy. It's when water falls from the clouds. When it comes to the weather, it is very common to distinguish among different types of raining. For example, we can have light rain, and that is when the amount of water that comes from the sky is not that much. Then we have heavy rain. It's when it's pouring down. We can also refer to it as it's raining dogs and cats. Then we have drizzle. Drizzle is a very, very light amount of rain. And finally, when it's very heavy, together with electric storms, we refer to them as thunderstorms. By the way, the light that you can see on the sky is referred to as lightning. Then we have other conditions, such as snowy. Snow, first, it's referred to as soft light pieces of frozen rain that fall from the sky when it is very cold. The individual pieces are called snowflakes and have beautiful designs. Then, windy. That means that there is a lot of wind. It could be strong or light. For example, we can say strong winds when the wind is blowing with a lot of force, or light winds, or also breezy when there is a light breeze. Then we can have blizzards. Blizzards are severe snowstorms with a large amount of snow and often high winds. That could be very dangerous. And finally, we have floods. Floods happen after a lot of or a large amount of water has fallen and covers land that is usually very dry. When it comes to the temperature, it is important to notice that there are two scales that are normally used to measure the temperature. Those are known as Celsius and Fahrenheit. In Mexico, it is more common to measure the temperature using the Celsius scale, whereas in the States and most English speaking countries, they use the Fahrenheit scale instead. Now you're going to listen to today's weather forecast. Please be cautious.
Hello and welcome to the weather forecast. Today, October 11th, we are going to have more showers throughout the day. We should continue to see rain showers until Sunday of this week. Be advised, there are still several flooding warnings in the area from all of the rainfall last weekend. On Monday, we should finally have warm weather through Wednesday of next week. We may experience more rain next Thursday, however.
Thank you, and that was the weather forecast. Ready? Well, this is activity number one. What you're going to do is this. Following the recording about the weather forecast, you will have to fill in the gaps with the missing words. Just be careful. There is just one word that you can use per space. Now it is time for you to check your answers. Look at this slide so that you can compare them. Now you're ready to continue with the following activity. Here, you will have to look at the picture and use that information to complete the activity. Now, it is time for you to evaluate yourself. On the following table, you have some emojis. Choose the one that describes the way you feel about your understanding of the lesson. After, you gotta choose one of the sentences to explain why. Finally, for homework, this is what you're going to do. For next class, you will design a layout or a poster like the ones you can see here in the pictures and try to represent what is that you personally like most about each of the four seasons. Remember, try to be creative and descriptive. And that's all. I hope you have liked this lesson. Thank you.